What's going on, good people? I'm back, and we're here today to talk about how you can make 10K in real estate, wholesaling real estate, and how you could do it ethically, how you could do it with integrity, how you can do it with providing true value and service. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. If you're interested in that, stay tuned right here. If you're interested in that, we go live every single weekday to talk about how you can get started in real estate. There's a lot of people out there working their 9 to 5, like Jaden, don't want to be working all night, like Jaden, 21 years old, like Jaden, trying to figure stuff out, like Jaden. And, they need to get into this thing and get going, man. So we go live on weekdays to help people out. What's going on, Jaden, man? Tanya in the building. What's going on, Rich? What's up, Rich, man? What's going on, man? You already know what we've been doing all day, man. That's why I'm kind of drained a little bit, but then again, I'm like, I'm good, but man, it's been crazy. Michael Oliver, what's up, Mike from the upstate? What's going on, man? But nah, man, it's been wild, man. We got deals, we got deals, we got deals. Richard was saying earlier, man, feel like I got so much going on. Dude, I always say it's better to be busy than not busy. Right? It's like when you busy, you know that money finna come. Right? It's like, when you busy, you know steady pay is coming. When you ain't busy, man, you about to Richard thinking about being busy. I'm thinking about, man, we better put some in the contract this week. Like, dude, hold on, man. Hold up, hold up, hold up, dude. We gotta put something on the contract. Like, dude, I might even have to go and up a bid to make sure I'm getting, make sure I'm getting, make sure I'm getting, make sure I'm getting what I'm supposed to be getting out this thing on these leads. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go and up my little, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go and push up my bid on a few of these counties where I actually need leads to come in at. Let me see. Hold on. What the heck? I need this thing to be active out this month. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see, man. Hold on, y'all. Y'all go ahead and comment where you at, where you coming from. Hold on. I thought, hey, we got a special guest coming through, man. Oh, he done got his camera up. What's going on, man? He got a new background. Man, this dude, oh my God. He got the, man,
Yeah, man.
time, man.
I'm reporting to you live from my mama's house.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
so your mama crib, like my mama crib, like you got the nice cushy furniture.
Yeah, man.
Mama them, hey, my mama, you know she got it,
Oh yeah, my mama got it, man.
man.
She got all of this stuff, boy. I'll be like, dang, man.
Mama gonna have some stuff now. You already know Mama gonna have some stuff. My daddy always say, well, your mama gonna fill this house up. You know she gonna fill it up. She
That's one
go
thing. My mama gonna turn a house into a home.
exactly, dude.
My place be looking like a minimalist apartment by accident. Like I ain't even do it like that. I don't got nothing. I'm like,
Exactly.
I got I got two chairs. I sit in one chair and I eat out the other chair. My mom like, you need to get some furniture.
Yeah, dude. You already know. But yeah, man, tonight we talking about how somebody could tactically make 10 grand a month in wholesaling. Um, so we got people rolling up in this thing, man, commenting like crazy. Uh busy equal dollars. Yo, I made a new property leads account. Gonna finish setting up
Oh yeah, Jaden said that.
two accounts anonymous. Oh
I
man.
told him, I said, I'm pretty sure Byron. So Jaden said, I got this idea. I want to see if I can get more leads a month by setting up two accounts. And I'm like, I'm testing it out. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Byron already did that. You should have just asked
Yeah,
him.
I already
Yeah.
yeah, I'm already doing that with Need to Sell My House Fast.
Do you
So
feel like it's getting you more leads a month?
I mean, I got a deal, but I mean, a little more leads. Maybe it caught some that would have went to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So if it's paying round robin, maybe it caught something that went to, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it's if you got 10 people in the county that you pulling in and you one of them, you got 1 out of 10 chance of getting that lead.
yeah,
If you number two, I mean, you got 2 out of 10 chance. So it just
that's what I'm saying. I'm guessing though, if a lot of people at the same bid, it's going round robin. You know what I'm saying? So if you got your name in the hat a few more times, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying,
exactly.
then you got a chance, you know.
Yeah,
So
real talk, man. So, but
another thing, Jaden, that you're gonna want to do if you got two accounts is you gonna want to make sure that you use your link.
oh yeah, he did go to property
Yeah,
leads.
you're gonna need to make sure you use your link. That way, when you know you get your credit, you know what I'm saying, all that other good stuff, man. So make sure you're doing that. That's another thing. Get you some, you know, get you some. But because on Need to Some House Fast, I guess you be getting technically 10% off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get 10% kickback. So really you getting it for $65 a lead.
Oh, you get a kickback?
Kickback, kick
That's crazy. That is
back.
wild. And then property leads.
I didn't even really notice that until Caretha, I knew it had to be something, but Caretha went into my junk and was like, hold on, man.
Y'all making too much money.
Hey, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? But in the big scheme of things, though, it ain't really talking about
Did
nothing. Do what?
they send you the money?
No. No, I'm saying, man, ain't nobody looking for that, dude. With the big scheme of thing like that, you talking about that? Like somebody like I was talking the other day. You went here. Somebody was like, you made this whole video just to get affiliate money. I'm like, this dude don't know who the heck I am. What you know what I'm saying? Oh man, they don't even know who the heck I am, man. Like, what in the world?
What? That's cats that think everybody on here like for some YouTube stuff. Like,
hey, that's some ice cream money out there, mug.
that's somebody come clean Byron golden toilet with that money.
You stupid, man. But, hey, that can't. Hey, that ain't gonna hardly cover ice cream for my kids for the month.
That's wild.
Man, come on, man.
What you talking about? To Jaden's point, I think his biggest concern, like he just said, was deal flow. Or lead flow, excuse me.
Yeah, lead.
Brings me to another point that I know Byron has been talking a lot about, was wanting to get 80 leads this month, right? Or
man, I want to get to the leads, man. So I think I'm gonna have to go to iSpeed to add to my jump.
I was gonna ask, like, what is your plan to do that? And I know, like, I got a couple ideas on how to do that, but what would been your strategy? Like, how are you going to get to that goal for this month?
So I'm thinking I need to up my bid a little bit on some of these, like not let's say if I'm still ain't trying to go over 125, but you know, maybe if I'm the lowest on the totem pole, maybe if I tick it up, you know, to 125 and I'm the top,
second lowest.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm tied, then I might get something coming to me because it might be somebody sitting just right in front of me that's getting the leads. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna click and see. Okay, when this thing go to 100, am I tied? Yep, I am tied. So I'm gonna tie that bid. You see what I'm saying,
brother?
5. If I'm tied, I'm tie that bid.
I thought my mama had a real turtle in here.
You stupid. Like,
oh,
oh man.
But so that's something too. Jaden didn't mention was like getting another account. He never thought about increasing your bid because
Yeah,
that's the thing about the bidding thing. And that's one thing that I mean, obviously, we don't talk about taking advantage of. I personally haven't. But if you do increase your bid to the highest bid, then you get everything until you decide not to. Like
yeah,
it ain't waiting around. It's just like if somebody in your county and you are the highest bid applies, you get all of those leads.
yeah. You're gonna get some leads now.
So that's something, if it's about that,
Yeah, but you can't like. I don't want to make it where it's like it's eating up my whole budget so much that you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to keep the cost per lead down, but at the same time increase the leads. So I don't want to go too crazy with bidding like Jaden overbidding people. You know what I'm saying? In places like Ben Hill County, I ain't calling about it out. Jaden getting multiple leads in Ben Hill County because he outbidding people. But anyways, do what?
Jaden outbidding people in Ben Hill.
Yeah, I'm bidding people out there, man. I'm like, Jaden, how you get two leads down here?
He's psychopathic with his strategy, man. Jaden going in on the
Jay, like, hold on, where he at? Okay, I see he right there. I'm gonna keep going. Click, 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 click. Top bid. All right, save.
But another thing I thought about too is like with the PPL using these vendors to generate your leads. It's just like anything. You can use somebody connect to get you what you need, but you can cut off the source and go straight to the tap and get
Yeah.
your own leads. I'm like with the Facebook marketing, or even like theoretically doing your own SEO,
Yeah,
search engine like Google AdWords and putting your own ads up. You could do that.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
but I'm just saying like the next step that I think is readily available to a lot of us is probably like using Facebook and
Yeah,
putting your own ads. You get 100% of those as long as your ads are good and you figure out the right timing and the right the math behind it all. You get all of those and for a lot cheaper. So I'm
yeah.
just like that's been my thought a lot lately, and I'm kind of working on that. Have you got your Facebook thing set up, Byron?
I have not, and I'm like, man, my biggest thing is I've been really focused in on building out, the business. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, making sure I'm covering every step, putting the whole team together, all that other good stuff, man. That's what I've been really focused on. Before even increasing the number of leads, making sure that I got, people in the right places. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that's my biggest thing right now. But I have not. And one of my other biggest things is I see that when I narrow it down, take marketing off the table, and I just got acquisitions and dispositions, then you know what I'm saying? I can get some junk really rolling. You know what I'm saying? I think if I can get acquisitions and dispositions really rolling, it might be easier for me to focus on driving in more leads, focus on the marketing, that kind of deal. So I really been focusing on, okay, how do I put all this together? How do I build a team? How do I automate my systems around what I'm doing now, which is inbound marketing? I haven't built any kind of system around that at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been really focusing in on.
What are some things that you notice are different about? Well, well, I'll say this too. To your point, is I was watching a podcast with Gary Keller, and he was talking about when the market changes, which we all know Byron famously called it doomsday in 2022 when they raised the interest rates.
Doomsday.
And I talked about this on that one live that I jumped on. I was here by myself with the people, but when that was really a shift. Just looking back at everything that we experienced up until now, one thing what we were doing was we were trying to figure out what's the new model. Because what was working then was get you a deal, prospecting, cold calling or texting.
Get you a random list.
Get you, yeah. Okay, you can break it down detail. Like you can get a random list and then prospect to it, get
Yeah.
you a lead off that, or then a deal, and then hedge funds,
Yeah.
hedge fund. That was the hottest dispo strategy, and then the hottest acquisition strategy, which is get you a random list and blow it up.
Yeah.
So a lot of things will change. So we spent a year or so. What's the new model that we can kind of pattern? What was the new model, and what are the numbers to this model? Like what? So how many leads do we have to buy? And the new model is now again PPL or just inbound leads. I think you're going to spend more to get one lead, and you got to get more leads under contract because a lot more leads are falling out and stuff like that to actually close one. And then the hottest dispo strategy is not hedge fund companies anymore. Hottest dispo strategy is listing it. I think so, right?
You
And so
think so?
I,
I
I
don't
do.
even know you could think about that.
I mean, just keeping it honey.
You can
Unless,
think about a lot of stuff, but that right there, I'm
yeah,
like, man, that ain't
yeah. I mean, I don't care what you say. All of this, what is it called? Deal. What is that buyer platform that they got?
deal machine. Ain't none of that. Nah,
No,
ain't
not
none.
Deal Machine. The one that you paid for that one time.
Investor lift. No, investor.
Investor, they're like, oh, we got this new AI
That
strategy.
comes in
Like,
the trash, man.
dude, I mean, what it was cool when it was cool. He's like, we got this AI thing. It's just like, bro, shut up. Anybody talking about AI right now? It's like AI is still in the development stages. It is not. It's not. We're not iRobot yet. So stop acting like it's just like, oh, if you don't jump on it now, it's just like there's still some things that we need to do as people. And I
Yeah,
think that Investor Lift was trash for the purposes. I mean, it's not anything compared to listing a property.
yeah,
Listing a property is the new model. Well, I just gave it to you. The new model is inbound leads,
yeah.
PPL. Whether you're doing your own Google AdWords and you putting your own ads out there on across all platforms, whatever, getting inbound leads, close it, lock up enough of them, and get them locked up so that you can list them. If you can list them, you're getting the best offer possible. You're providing the seller with the best value, right? That's the new model, right? And depending on which way you choose to get the inbound leads, we can tell you what the numbers are. But like as far as like how many leads do I need to buy before I get one contract? How many contracts do I need before I close one? How many, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that, but that depends. If you do it our way, the PPL way that we using, then we can talk about that. But if you're doing Facebook, I don't know. If
yeah,
you're doing Bateman Collective, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah. So, but that's why I say it's just like when you witness things change, like when Byron's talking about building out his business, I'm like, I don't think uh, I don't think you're probably thinking about like, oh, this is just what you do. But when the market changes, it's like you start back over from zero. It's like everybody starts back over from zero, and you got
yeah,
to figure out what's the new model, what are the new numbers, and it's a series, and it's just crazy because the way you talk about it, Byron, how what's his name, how he talks about it, what's the new model, the new numbers, and then he does. I'm sorry.
do what that.
Okay, he says okay, for the first video, he talks about your mindset in a shift, in a market correction. You got to think positive. Basically, think 10x, think massive action, and think I'm going to constantly be doing like, oh, I can make it. Have a positive outlook. And people say that all the time, but in a shift, in a recession, in a tougher market, you can't afford to think, what if things don't work out? You actually don't have a choice but to think positive, right? Um, and so he talks about the mindset, and then from there, it's the new model and the new math behind that model. And then it's about just filling up that funnel and making sure you're always expanding and never say, oh, let me cut back. Now that you've figured out a model, now that we know PPO works, now it's about turning up and buying more leads. How can we buy more and more and more and more and more leads and keep filling that funnel up? And then the fourth thing, just because the way you talk about it, Byron, he says, get purposeful with your people. And he talks about putting people in the right places. And sometimes you got to move people around. Maybe there has been somebody that you've been working with or on your team, and you're like, hey, I think you'd be better here. So, or whatever. Sometimes you got to move people around, but it's just crazy because you're doing all of the steps that Gary Keller talked about. probably without thinking about it, just kind of naturally. Like it just seems like this is the natural, instinctive way to do stuff.
Well, just just dealing with so many people, talking to so many people, trying to figure this thing out, man. It's what I'm saying. It's been big. Jason said investor lift was trash. And I wouldn't call it trash. Maybe it's like oh yeah. This is what investor lift is like. So investor lift is kind of like Bronny, right? Bronny in high school, man, you throw him up against a regular high school team, man, he gonna look like he gonna go out there and crush. He gonna be killing people in high school. But you send Bronny to college, he averaged 4 points a game. You send him to the pros, and he'll scrub. The MLS is pros. You know what I'm saying? You don't see rookie wholesalers just listing properties on the MLS like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they listed properties on the MLS like that, they are pros. They like, we list all our properties on the MLS. Yeah. If somebody say that, then you already know what the deal is.
Yeah, real talk.
They're doing a few deals a year. They got some stuff going.
Yeah,
it's the pros.
That's a big point. And I didn't even think about that too, because there was a time again where we kind of went through like a year and more trying to figure out what was going to be the change, and we were trying to list it. I don't know if we thought about it, but we picked a strategy that we was just like, what is the big top dog doing? Yeah. Like we picked Sean Terry. We picked some of the bigger people that we could think.
That's who you need to go to almost every time, man. If you look at Sean Terry, he lets you know where to go every time.
Yeah. I mean, real talk. I mean, you going to follow the big dogs. Like, what are the big dogs doing? We could have easily been like, hey, man, let's really buckle down and figure out how to master this whole investor list thing. Or let's buckle down and figure out how to let's get better connection with the hedge funds. Let's figure out what the hedge fund, yada. No. We was just like, what's something that if we figure it out, we feel like we would be good with. And it was kind of a process. Like we listed one property, and we listed one property and was just like, from there, I think, how long was it from that one property in Texas? How long was it before we would just back up and this is what we do now?
It was I think the biggest thing was we knew the dispo that we wanted to do, and we didn't know how to get the leads in. You know what I'm saying? So we spent most of our time trying to get the leads in.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the first thing. Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. It's like, okay, man, we got to figure out how to get the leads in. And I think we spent time doing that, trying to figure that out. And that kind of took our eyes off of, okay, let's dispo this way. This is the way to do it. We was just trying some stuff out. That's why we ended up trying to invest a little. We wasted a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Ended up paying all this money to invest a lift, and then had to get my refund on a lot of it, but still spent like $9,000, $12,000 on investor lift, and
man, we wasted a whole lot of money on Facebook originally.
On Facebook too.
We got spanked.
Yeah, dude, we got spanked a lot, but you roam through the wilderness, and then you get to the promised land. So
we know, like it came from that. Like that was just feeling around, and honestly, looking back on it, we was going in the right direction. We could have been like, man, let's just go. Byron, you go back to teaching. I'm going to go back to working at Verizon Wireless, man. That ain't going to be it. But we was going in the right direction. We just had to fine tune everything. So,
yeah, for sure.
Something to look at.
Ed, what's going on, man? Ed, actually,
if Ed, you still in here, Ed, I text, and I've been meaning I just got a lot of messages when you sent that one in. But that dude that said he got locked up, I tried to call him and he didn't answer my calls. Yeah. By the way, before you told me, the dude with the trailer, before you told me that he was locked up, I definitely tried to reach back out to him. because I told him that I would, and I was just trying to see something. I really needed to talk him down lower. So, but
Well, Cordero got bad news, Ed. I got good news. I think we're gonna be at that at one of the making deals. I think we're gonna end up getting under contract and closing on next Friday. So close next Friday. We got a buyer. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're at least gonna do 30K on 732. We also on the Clarksville deal, we should have that listed. It's definitely gonna be listed by Monday. But obviously we just waiting on broker list. We didn't gave them everything they needed. So it's Thursday. Maybe they'll do some Friday. I don't know. But definitely by Monday for sure. But we got plenty of time on that. They gave us plenty of time. As soon as they hit the market, I think somebody's gonna be jumping on it. They're gonna be calling, and we're gonna be able to get an offer that works, and we're gonna make that one happen. So, but shout out to Ed, man. Ed got deals going, man. Shout out to Ed.
yeah, man, Ed not playing around, man. So
Ed not playing around. You know what I'm saying? I
Coach,
think that's a big thing, man. When you get in, you got to get the leads, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing. Like, go get the leads, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, shout
yeah,
out to Ed.
you partner with the right people. You partner with the right people. You and you go get the leads. Again, like I said, we just gave you the model how to do deals consistently, how to do, or Byron says how to make 10K a month wholesaling. It's about having the right model. Anything you do, it's just like I mean, how to be a successful hooper. It's just like you need to have the right training schedule. You need to be doing the right things and not the wrong things.
Yeah.
And you certainly won't be a successful hooper training like a golf player. Like you need to be training like a hooper. You need to be doing the things that you're supposed to do. And so this model, it works. And that's all I can say. It's not the same as it was before, but this seems to be what's working. And it's just a matter of how would you say it? Just making it more efficient, fine tuning or whatever people would say, and
Mhm.
scaling it up, doing more, yada yada yada. But this is the model, and you get with the right people, they help. So Ed, Coach, who are the other people from the program who have already gotten something at least under contract?
Ed, Coach, Ralph.
Oh, Ralph, yeah.
Yeah.
Raphael definitely got some stuff.
Coach and Ralph. Those are the ones that got. And my brother got one under contract. He got in the group and got a deal in the contract.
CP might have something. CP getting close, but CP
CP got some. The lady is like,
hold on. I texted him earlier. I don't know if CP.
I think it's definitely a deal. The situation says it's a deal.
You talking about the lady in our Arizona or Arkansas? Yeah, we was talking. I texted him earlier. I had to see if he called her or not. We might have to get on the phone together and call that lady back. But yeah. But I think the thing about it is CP was in some random markets in the beginning, whereas everybody else was kind of in our strike zone.
Yeah.
CP, Jamaica, Africa,
He was all over the place. And then the other people that we had, they ain't buying 20 leads. You know what I'm saying?
They stopped before they got to the 20.
They stopped before they got to 10.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's the worst thing you can do. You know what I always think about when stuff like that happens? I'm sure all of y'all have seen it, especially if you own Facebook right now, but just in general. It's the picture, it's the two pictures. It's the guy, they're both digging underground. And this one guy, he's like this close to getting to the gold. And the other guy, he's like this close, but he just already gave up and he walking away. And he don't know. A couple more swings with his pick, he'd have made it. And he just stopped. It's just like you never know how close you are to the breakthrough. So it's just like, dang. But yeah, to answer Jade's question, yes, stay on his head and stay on Amy's head too. This lady, again, the second time that happened to me. This lady told me to call her back the next day. And I was trying to call her back and she did not answer me. Then called me back this morning, hung up real quick. I called her back. She's like, oh, I just signed a contract with somebody else. I said, I tried to call you yesterday. She was like, oh, sorry, bye.
Oh.
So it's just like these folks, but I bet you she locked up too high. And this would be she dealt with some wholesalers. She'd been locked up before under contract, and then she ended up calling me back. So I'm stay on her head. So my point of that is, Jay, on Spencer, Amy, and definitely Gina. Blow Gina up, dude. Whenever you get a chance, blow Gina up. I need
No
you.
damn to blow him up. Jay, man, you need another phone, dude. Another phone number. You showing up like spam, like crazy.
On his
Every time
personal
you
phone.
call me, you show up as spam.
He calling people he know, and it
Dude,
says,
that just say spam, dude. It said, come over to Death Row, baby. Where the CEO
"Hell,
be dancing all your videos.
dancing videos,
Oh man, that's
come to death row."
crazy.
Now, Jay about to get in his next one. I mean, it's in there. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet Jade's next one is in what he already got. Because
Yeah.
Amy came back because my VA had called her, and then she called me back after my VA got off work. So we constantly hitting those leads like 3 times a day, or at least she is. But
It got
that's how you know you're doing the right thing.
I blew that ball up. That's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
I'm like, dude, we're gonna close that 7:32. But that fire damage, man, I'm like, dude, oh, man, we're gonna have to find somebody that want that deal. But Cody said, what's up, guys? What's up, Cody, man? Cody is one of our new acquisition guys, man. You're gonna come in and lock some stuff up. Cody actually is doing door-to-door sales right now, man.
Oh,
So
Cody.
in the
Cody.
trenches. He in the trenches.
Hey, can Cody lock some of my deals up too, man?
Dude, Cody can lock some stuff up. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Rich just rolled out the bed. Rich just rolled out the bed and started locking stuff
If
up.
you doing door to door, then you know what that's like. Hey, when I went to go talk to that seller earlier today, I was like, yeah, I need to be doing more face to face stuff, man. I was just like face to face. I don't know. It just seemed more natural. And we was talking. I was just like, dude, he wasn't talking about nothing, but body language. Like you could see more stuff. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I can really go at your head, keeping it real. I could have took his head off, but he was still gonna be like, nah, I think I need $1 bajillion.
Yeah.
I know Cody, hey Cody, you doing door to door, man. I know you got it, man. Shout out to Cody. Cody, I'm gonna have to send you some of my leads, Cody, too.
Door to door, dude. I'm like, God dang, Cody. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely stay in
All
touch.
about momentum, definitely stay in the top.
Yeah. No, Jay got one coming, dog. It's about to come down the pipeline.
Yeah, no doubt. All you gotta do is keep going, man. Keep buying leads. Somebody commented on a post I made, and they was like, "I bought some leads. I ain't getting no deal." I'm like, dude, keep buying them. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't getting no deal. It's probably a deal somewhere in there, and you got to keep going.
That's one thing too, because if you remember back when it was just again back before the shift, and it was just like prospecting, and it was texting or calling. People would do that with cold call or text. They'd be like, "Man, I tried it. It didn't work. You didn't do enough."
Yeah,
So no matter what the business model is, no matter what the new blueprint is, you got to do enough volume. It's like you be like, man, I tried turning my car on, it didn't work. It's just like, did you put any gas in it? Did you put enough gas in it?
yeah,
It's like you got to do enough.
yeah.
That's just what they say it costs to be the boss. You can't buy one PPL lead and expect to get off. I mean, you can if you Byron and God just letting the light sunshine on you.
Man, he just shine on me, man. I showed up.
But for the most part, in order to do it consistently, you got to consistently be buying and you got to consistently buy enough.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It was crazy that I got my first lead from PPL. Needed 7 miles fast deal. It's like, dude, that was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That was real crazy. But
Best way to read people is face to face. Cordero be crushing the phones. So yeah, man. I did phones. I did phones for a while, but for a long time actually. You know what I mean? And I like it. But when I got face to face, I was just like, you get a lot, like you said, Cody. You get a lot more reading them, but you can give a lot more. That's one of my biggest secrets when it comes to sales and communicating. It's not just getting so much out of the seller, but it's giving it. And so they feel like, okay, this is a genuine person. He's real because I'm being real. Like the dude I told, I was telling him, hey, it's my mom's birthday today. After I get done here, I'm about to go to my mom's house. He was like, okay, man, happy. But it's just like being true and being able to acknowledge a person. And I can take a little bit more liberties. I'm just speaking strictly on a sales skill set level here. I could take a little bit more liberties. We was looking at the property and he was talking, but he was like looking at the property like it was his baby. It was the first new build he had done, and we was sitting in it, and I'm just looking at it, and he's looking at it, and I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking about it need this and that and this and that. He's like, yeah, I know it needs this, but it's the first one. And something told me, I was like, but let me ask you this. I hit him with that. Let me ask you this. And then I was just like, um, I'm sure you want to go ahead and get rid of this house fast, right? But there's probably, if I'm guessing right, there's something in you that says, I started this, I want to finish it. And I don't want to give up on it. He was like, yeah, man, I really don't want to have to give up on it. Right. And
Yeah.
so I don't want him, because I've dealt with a seller like that before, but I couldn't see that person face to face to see what the home truly meant to them. And I'm standing in the house with him and things like that. And I'm seeing how he's like embracing it. So I'm like, let me go there with him. So I'm like, let's go there. I'm saying, so this probably mean a lot to you. I mean, have you thought about it? And so what I did when I saw that was important, I start going over like giving him actual options and letting him tell me no. I'm giving him options on how he can keep it. Well, have you thought about just go ahead finishing the project yourself? Well, no, I ain't got a lot of time because I got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? My job is changing to a different state. I got to move. Well, had you thought about, maybe doing it long distance? Because he was telling me his family's helping him. So I'm like, if your family's working on it, you can do it long distance. He's like, yeah, I mean, it'd be easy long distance, but, I really want to take the money from the house and use it to buy something else. Right. If I did not press the issue and he kept that in his heart and he didn't get to speak on it, in his mind, all he'd be thinking about when I'm trying to get him down to a lower price, he's like, man, I really don't even want to sell it. I want to keep it. I don't
Yeah.
want to, I want to keep, that's what's in his heart. But something talking to him, I could tell that was on his heart. So I asked him about it. So I switched the conversation. Well, let me help you figure out how to keep it. So he got to tell me, no, I can't keep it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's like,
Yeah.
quick. So I'm getting him to push against himself without considering it. I'm getting him to take the objections off the table. That's how I do it. But, so I'm thinking like, dude, I need to be doing more face-to-face stuff. I might need to move to Georgia if we're going to be doing more deals in Georgia or something.
Dude, man, gotta be,
Some of these
gotta.
people in Georgia, dude, I'd be like, dude, if I could just pull up on you, it'd be over with.
Hey, pull up. Rich be pulling up. My first, my first property leads was Charles, a big headache. Hey, don't worry, it's gonna be a payday. Jay says my granddad taught me, quote, failure is never an option. It's not to say you will never fail, but you need the courage to get back up. Yeah, man. For
You
sure.
only fail truly if you give up.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was thinking when we was talking about. It's like with your marketing, it's like as long as you decide that you ain't gonna give up, man, you're gonna get a deal. So you have to make that decision though. Best way to sell is
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
approach for sure.
Definitely.
No
And
doubt, man. Trusted advisor is the way to go.
yeah, because you got to really be the professional too. Like I talked about it with Ed. I know I talked about it with CP and a couple other guys. When I'd be like, "What's their timeline?" He was like, "Well, they didn't really give me a timeline." And I got to think about it earlier. I was listening to another podcast, or I was listening to a book, an audio book. These people don't know their timeline. It's our responsibility to help advise them on the matter and help them formulate what's the ideal outcome. So, especially with the PPL leads, a lot of them just got the bad news and they just immediately saw something online and they reacted to an ad that was targeted to them. But that doesn't mean that they got everything figured out. Like, when are we going to do this? How much I need and stuff like that. So we got to advise them on that and help build a timeline with them.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that gives you a position of superiority, authority in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to keep in mind. That's
Mhm.
what it, I'm sorry, we've been busy. We've been very busy, and I never got to return Cordero call. Cat texts me talking about, I'm gonna call you back later. See, these sellers getting a hold of them. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, everything through today and we finally closed. He said, unfortunately, we finally closed. What do you what did it say?
Let me see. So Ed said, "Do you think you got him on the hook?" I guess somebody at Telehoma lead. Did you get him on the hook, or what? Where you at with that?
With the telehomily, I sent I just I didn't really talk numbers because I could tell he was. This is a strategy that I do sometimes. What I did was I started just giving him an unbiased, again, the advisor approach, an unbiased, like, just to let you know, if somebody's going to buy this house in this condition, it's going to be so as is. An investor is going to buy it, and I start coming to him, like, connecting with him on some truths. Like, we both agree that an investor is going to buy this. We both agree that an investor is going to buy this to make money, right? Okay, so we both agree that an investor needs to buy it with some equity. Okay, so I was looking at that property, that property, that property. They all sold for around this price. We both agreed that this property is a little bit nicer than those properties, so it can probably sell for a little bit more, not a lot more. So I started just kind of planting those seeds, and then he was just like, "Okay, well, give me an offer." He wasn't talking about nothing though, but I definitely got as deep as one could go. Again, these are the uh, delusional sellers. He was a delusional guy, but I was able to get a lot more out of him. So what I'm going to do is give him an offer, and I'll let him know about listing the property. Um, and I'm just going to see if we can list it. I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta see if you can list that thing, man. He want to go fast. You already know he hitting somebody else. He finna show up on somebody else PPL in a minute.
He about to show up on Ed's PPL, man.
Go fast, dude. Like, dude, he got to go.
But you were saying 2 to 3 weeks. He told me 30 days.
Man, he got to go fast. He got to go fast. He kept saying a million times, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yeah, I always triple, double, triple check. That's why some of y'all know y'all tell me like,
I asked that question over and over again. I made him say it at least 10 times.
yeah, but it's crazy how when I ask them, they'll say something different, and that doesn't always mean they mean something different. And you can kind of tell sometimes it means that maybe they feel like they trust me a little bit more, or they trust me less than they trust Byron, or that it says something. But I always check. So sometimes, like, y'all send me over a call and be like, um, the seller said they want to close in 30 days. And she said she wants this much. The first thing I do is ask them, how much you want for the property? Okay, and then when do you want to close? Just to see if the answer is the same. I already know what they told you, but I need to see if they tell me the same answer.
Yeah. I think a lot of times when they be like the shortest time, if they tell you they need short close in a short time frame, usually the longer time frame is capped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what I got from him.
Typically, just in general, if somebody have given you a short time frame, it's probably something that's saying, I need, you know what I'm saying? Kind of need you to, to close fast. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Say, put me in the game, coach. Say, checking in. What's going on? The entire 10. So Jay says, send you a Skype, RQ Cordero. Read on your own time. It's a follow-up screenshot of a lead whose father passed. Good night, y'all. Okay. Good night.
He said good night 5 times. Jaden addicted to working, man. He's Jamaican, y'all, just so y'all know. Jaden's got Jamaican on both sides of his family, so he's addicted to working. That's his problem, man.
Sheesh. We've been on here 45 minutes, so we ain't finna get out of this thing. We appreciate y'all for coming through. I want to shout you out. If you up in this thing, at least drop some type of comment so we can shout you out. We had Jaden, you already know he coming through. Tanya came through. Rich, shout out to Rich, man. Michael Oliver from the upstate. What's going on, man? Who else we had up in here? Ryan Craig, man. How many deals this year? I don't know, dude. I stopped counting. How many deals you did this year? uh,
Hey,
but
Ryan,
it,
that name sound familiar. I mean, Ryan Craig, because obviously Ryan. Vicky.
uh,
Hey, Vicky.
Rich, all right, shout out Rich. Let's go.
Cody came through, dude. Cody, you gonna have to
Shout out
definitely
to Cody,
proceed.
man. Shout out to Cody. Let's go down. Okay, Say came through. Shout out to Say. Miss Vicky came through, man, out there in man, Texarkana, or something like that. Texas. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Texarkana, Texas, or something like that. She near Dallas. If I get anything in Dallas, I'm definitely hollering at you. Stop counting. I definitely stopped counting, dude. Like how many deals I do this year, dude? I stopped counting. But I have no idea, man. I need to keep up with that maybe. But I'm like, dude, I keep my head down. I'm trying to get as many deals as I possibly can. And I have no idea how many deals I've done this year.
Hey,
No,
do you know how many flips you've done?
no, I don't. But
That's a good. I mean, that's
I think I bought maybe like 10. I know I at least bought 10. Um, that's what I do know.
Hey, did you get that the new official size basketball court installed in your house like you said you was
Man,
gonna do?
stop. Dude, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You know your revenue though, I bet. At this point, I might. Caretha told me, so I might know it. But I mean, I wouldn't know it if somebody just asked me random off the top of my head. I could give you a roundabout, but I wouldn't know it exactly because sometimes, man, you forget about 15K here, 25K there. Just forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, especially like you always say, just got your head down working. It's just like, and also too, it's kind of like if you think about, let's take a basketball game or a football game. Sometimes it's not about like let's keep looking up at the scoreboard. Let's
Yeah,
just keep.
you ask the person in the middle of the game, hey man, how many points you got? You
Yeah,
know,
that is kind of crazy.
I'm in the middle of the game. What you talking about?
Or in the middle of like a war, like man, how many people have you killed since you've been out here? It's just like, I'm trying to focus on,
They're
you
like,
know,
man, I
the
wasn't
fight.
counting, but what I'm saying I could
How
do
many
better
points
at
do you
all
got?
my numbers, for sure. Shout out to people who came through on IG. Coach, man, Coach actually came through on IG, man. Shout out to Coach Don. Boy, look like he on Mars. I guess he may be talking about you. I don't know. But Coach says been running dry these last couple of days with no leads. I must be running out of gas. No, you ain't run out of gas, Coach. Hey, sometimes you have a bunch of leads. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you go a whole week with little leads, and then on the weekend, 7 to come in one day. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It'd be
because
crazy.
coach for sure, coach, you can, they'll hit you in particular with like 7 leads in one day. They will hit coach of all people with that.
Rick say unless you LeBron, you don't know your stats. I guess he said unless you LeBron. LeBron gonna keep up with them stats now.
LeBron be correcting the stats. Hold on, no, 34. You got 34. You got 34.
Shout out to Bron, man. Shout out to Bron,
And
man.
shout out to Bronny James, man, because Byron really hating on Bronny, man.
Hey,
Check it out.
it was a good analogy, though. I'm just saying. In high school, he was the man, homie. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm telling you, Bronny James.
You sent him to the NBA. I don't know. I know it's gonna be fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? To see what happened. It's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, they're gonna put on a good show. People gonna watch, they're gonna put on a good show. And I think that's all, LeBron James deserved to be able to do that at this point in his career. He put in his time, he served his dues. Let the man go have fun, you know what I'm saying, with his kids. So, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, we finna get out of this thing. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Until tomorrow, man. Peace out.